In 1 Corinthians chapter 3, I think it starts in verse 7, it talks about how he who sows or he who plants is nothing. And the one who waters is nothing, but God who gives the increase. When we preach the gospel, sometimes we want people to accept it right then and there. We want to see that result. And sometimes we don't, but that's not our job. It is God who gives the increase. Our job is to preach the gospel. Our job is to help those who are young in the faith and water by either helping with discipleship for those who are already saved, or for those who have already heard the gospel but don't believe it. We provide a defense, as it says in Peter, that we should always have a defense for the hope that is within us. But I was just thinking, like, I can look back on my life and I could see, like, the long game. Like, I could see how God did certain things, how certain things happened in my life, how I started to believe in God 2 years before I got saved. I never believed in God before I was 14, never even thought about God. And something happened when I was 14 when I started to believe. 2 years later, at 16, I was saved. A year later, I was backslidden. And I could just see all these things happening to mold me, to shape me. And not that the wrong things I did were good, because they weren't. And if I wasn't saved, I'd be held accountable for them. But God used all that for good. He used that to shape, to mold me, so I could continue to become better in Christ. And I just want to encourage you, if you preach the gospel to someone, continue to pray for them. Continue that if they accept it, that their conversion was actually genuine, that they continue to grow in Christ, that we be patient, that we plant and that we water, and we know that God is the one who gives the increase.